ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere, welcome to a Thursday Night Live! Woo! Oh my goodness. Dana took a young pill. He's looking good. Dana, you're looking good, buddy.
You know, I do my best.
This is clearly not Dana. This is Gary, the everyday dad, filling in for the ailing Dana. He is very sick. And so he'll be back next week. He assures me. Now, all of the peeling videos are piling up, but please still send the peeling videos if you want to send them in. kenheronupload@gmail.com. I'll repeat that address later on. Gary, thank you for taking time to sit in. What's new with you?
Well, thanks for having me. I just want to say, I love the show. It's not that big of a hassle. I love coming on and supporting Ken Heron. Nothing that new, besides we moved to Virginia, and let me tell you something about Virginia mosquitoes. They're aggressive.
Oh dear.
if you didn't know.
Your blood must taste really good.
Apparently.
And now before we move on with the news with Jeff, we've got to pay the light bill, and of course that means playing our forever sponsor, Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky,
yeah.
Pigeon Jerky,
ooh.
And you'll give your family a treat.
Ooh.
It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
All right.
And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky,
Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah. All right. Very
love
good.
That.
You do you? I do too. They're a very nice company. Pigeon Jerky. So all right, tonight, big doings tonight. Gonna be doing the drawing for the Phantom 4 Pro that was destroyed, and it does come with a camera. It's
but
detachable.
Not together.
Well, I mean, you got some glue. You can take care of that right there. I mean, it's a good stunt drone. Doesn't come with propellers, a battery, or a controller. But hey, if you always wanted a Phantom 4 Pro, there you go.
It's a fixer-upper. Like, it's a good place to start.
Right. Yeah, you can flip this house easily. So, all right. Well, let's get to the news because there is a lot of news. Jingle Singers, a hit.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
All right, from the newsroom, all the drone news that you'd ever want to know is Jeff Sills. What's happening, Jeff?
Well, this week has been insane. I mean, news is just like coming from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way that we're going to be able to cover all the news on this show from this week. So by all means, please make sure you guys check out the sheet. There is a ton of stuff in there. Great news.
This is an old screenshot. This is what it looks like. He does keep it up to date, but I don't. This is just this is what it looks like when you go there. There's a link in the description.
Very nice.
Please check it out because Jeff toils. He toils over it.
Tons of stuff.
Yeah. So what's first?
So we need to give Ken something that's ultimately satisfying. We'll start it off with a video. Keith Rossiter recently captured an impressive drone footage of him power washing.
This is awesome. I mean, it's
a walkway in Athens, Ohio.
It's just so relaxing and satisfying. You don't realize how dirty your sidewalk is until it's cleaned. Does it say what kind of drone that is?
It did not mention the kind of drone that it was, but he set the drone up to hover above where he was working. So it's definitely his drone.
That's awesome.
So nice. I mean, if you guys are ever on Reddit, there's a whole Reddit community called power washing porn, and
really?
It's just so satisfying to see power washing stuff. What's
it called? Power washing porn?
Yeah, and it's like videos and pictures of people power washing.
Wow. It's very satisfying. What's next in the news?
Okay, so we'll go to the Whitewater rafting guide, who recently got caught on footage being tossed out of the boat while they were rafting.
Yes. I have some footage of this. Now, there was no audio, so I added audio myself, And the first bit of audio, it's on a loop, so there's several turns of this. The first one is for our pals over 50. You youngsters and you millennials, you won't understand what's going on, but the rest of you over 50, you'll get it. So enjoy this.
Marshall, Will, and Holly on the routine expedition.
Yeah.
All right, take her easy. Just to slow down. Whoa!
And again.
Frank, for the last time, I don't believe that was your paddle. That's it. You're out of here.
Good times. Good times. Yeah, did they recover him? Did he live? We're making fun of him, but did he live?
Survived. He got chucked out of the boat. It's called the Greyhound Bus Eater Wave on the Ottawa River, filmed in June 9th.
Okay, cool.
So obviously within the news, there was information that was of a more serious nature. The United States military has released information about their new Pit Bull military drone jammer, which is ready to wear.
Now, who can buy this? Can anybody buy it, or do you have to be in the military or police?
This is specifically for the military. It is a clip-on device that will attach to their existing body armor.
Okay.
It can jam drones. Let's see. I'm trying to see if it had the specifics. 2.4 gigahertz, 5.8 gigahertz.
Yeah.
Or GNSS global navigation. It can jam all those for a range of 1 kilometer.
Okay. And besides jamming drones, you can also shut down your pacemaker if you have that going right next to your heart. So be careful.
And it's very fashionable.
Oh.
I mean, if you're gonna jam drones, it might as well, look good.
Absolutely. I'm sure it can take a bullet as well.
They're a little restrictive on people with pacemakers in the military, but maybe that is a concern.
What's next?
Okay, so to flip it over, the Colorado lawmakers are working on trying to pass a bill in Congress that will make flying over wildfires using a drone to be a felony. There's been so many instances of this happening where they will be working a fire, they will see a drone, and the helicopters and the planes are told to stay away until they can get the drone out of the area so that they can bring in the rescue stuff.
Yeah, you'd think, just as a person who doesn't fly a drone a lot, if you just got one, you're like, hey, there's a wildfire, I think I'll go over there. There's plenty of room. They can fly around me. Well, they're not going to do that because, they're up. You can get caught in their tail rotor, the intake of their jet. I mean, any old thing can happen. Not to mention, if you're flying low to the ground and there's an ember, your downwash can start a fire. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb.
Well, and they had one wildfire that was actually started by a drone that crashed and the battery popped out, caught flame, and caused a wildfire. So
well, there you go.
There's lots of different reasons why, but
that's no good.
Okay, well, on a lighter side then, Disney, our all-time favorite entertainment venue, has decided to release aerial drone footage of their new Toy Story land.
Now, I have this. I have this for you, but as litigious as Disney is, they'll sue anybody for anything. So, one, there's no sound, and two, it's got to look like this. I can play it, but I had to pixelate it. just for my own protection. I think that's a roller coaster. I think so. That looks like
I think that's a cowboy hat.
That looked like a cowboy hat.
There might have been a cowboy hat.
Those look like building blocks. There's a roller coaster again. But yeah, there you go. Go to Disney, but don't take any pictures because they'll sue you.
Well, it's a 10-acre park, and the roller coaster, as you mentioned, was actually the Slinky Dog.
Oh, okay.
So you guys can see the video in its clear entirety within the news stream. Feel free to check that out.
Very good.
And last but not least, we'll talk a little bit about drones and fireworks, specifically on the basis that this year was the first year that cities that have had fires, that have had droughts, that are concerned about having wildfires caused by fireworks, have swapped to using drones as their 4th of July displays.
Very cool. I like it.
Towns in Colorado, California, and Arizona this year were signed up to do this.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer the boom boom light your roof on fire kind, or do you prefer these? I mean, I would like to see this kind of display at least once, but I think I'm a traditionalist when it comes to the 4th of July.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'm more of a traditionalist, but like what Intel can do with their like drone swarms is, I would love to see it in person once because it looks pretty fascinating.
And it's got to have it's got to sound cool too, with hundreds of drones just whirring away up there.
I'll put in my 2 cents. I would like to see a combination of both. I would like to see the traditional firework, but I would also like to see more of these presentation shows.
You mean at the same time? Now we're talking.
A drone that launches fireworks.
No, Ken.
Yes.
No.
Very good. Yeah, I like where your head is, Jeff. That's perfect.
No.
You get the drones up, then you shoot fireworks at them. You blast them out of the sky. Oh, brilliant.
That'll be your news story next week.
Yeah, why did I know he was going to take that?
Yes.
Okay. So on the same vein with the drone fireworks, a city in California has enabled their police department to start using drones to catch offenders firing illegal fireworks.
Yes, and now I have a news clip, and I'm going to play this, but I did edit it a little bit to enhance the puns. You know, news people are always using very subtle puns, and sometimes those puns can go by unenjoyed. So what I did, for your benefit, I went ahead and enhanced the puns for you. So
would you say you punxsulated it?
I did. Yes. By the way, if you would just lean in a little bit towards your very fine DSLR camera, just lean in a little bit. Okay. And now here you go, the news with puns.
Tonight, flying right in the middle of celebrating Independence Day, a new privacy concern is in the air.
The Bakersfield Fire Department is going above and beyond this year with new technology to crack down on illegal fireworks.
Dave Rochelle, the Bakersfield Fire Department will be flying drones this 4th of July, elevating their safety efforts against illegal fireworks.
Too many puns.
Bakersfield's main attraction every Independence Day, sharing the sky for a second year with these. The fire department is going above and beyond to cut down on illegal fireworks, using a drone and 38 enforcement teams across the city.
I don't know that I would trust the pilot of that one drone right there.
That was a little close. That was a little bit close. Yeah. Yeah. So Jeff, thanks again for the wonderful news. We appreciate you working so hard. Please check it out. There is a link in the description. It's our very own news wiki page. And if you missed out on that, and you may notice if you check it out, there's a lot of Australia stories in there. And that's because Jeff also does the news for our buddy Greg Coonert, who does Oz by Drone. Link in the description. I urge you to check it out. Yeah. And later on tonight, I might try this.
No, you will try that.
No, I might try it. I might try it. I don't know if I will. RSP Drone Photography, thank you so much. Happy belated 4th to you and the drone community. Thank you very much for that $10 super chat. No, this stuff, have you smelled this? Have you had it?
Yes, I've had it.
It smells like tubed meat. It smells like musty feet. It's nasty. Nasty.
I mean, there's not a part of that sentence I didn't like.
Why?
Yeah.
He's got to try it.
And so I'll try to call Greg later on the Skypes. Dash and Drone Witcher, take my money, Ken, and give me your sexy eyes. Well, you know how I do. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yes, what he's talking about is not my eyes, of course, but the eyes that you can put on your drone. These are special bird-repelling eyeballs available in chocolate and vanilla for your various colored drones. And anybody who does a $10 super chat, well, you can get a set of eyeballs or one of my lovely logos. Huh? And
very nice.
Thank you. I didn't even mention who the guest was tonight. Oh my goodness. It's and I can't say it because I'm a dumb American, but it's Matthias Allring. You know, the genius who taught us how to fly backwards. And so he'll be on. We're going to call him in just a little bit. Also, going to talk with Chris Rollins because he had a balloon incident. It's a water balloon
That could mean
incident.
so many things.
Oh, he destroyed part of his drone operation with a water balloon. How? You'll just have to stay tuned. Yeah. So now we'll have to say goodbye to Jeff. Thanks again for all of your efforts, sir.
Always a pleasure.
And bye.
Till next week.
All right. Gonna open up a little bit of bandwidth by. There we go.
Oh, I got some room to stretch out.
There
now.
you go. There you go. So, man, what kind of camera are you using there, sir?
This is a Sony A7 III. It's their new like full frame one. It's got a sensor that's bigger than like my GoPro.
It looks really good. I mean, you look you are younger. You look better than me.
I appreciate that.
Even if we were using the same camera, you would look better than me.
It's just a very nice. It's a very nice. Some of us don't have the on-camera presence of a Ken Heron, and we have to fake it by having nice cameras.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the ravages of time. But if you'll lift up your hat for a moment.
It's the ravages of time.
Do it.
They're different for each of us.
Sorry, man.
There's a reason I wear a hat all the time. One, it's because Father Time is making a fool of the top of my head, and two, my hair's always gross, which it might be gross because I'm always wearing a hat.
Are you self-conscious about your hair?
No, it just in videos, not normally, but when I started making YouTube videos, one day I was like, oh man, I gotta wash and do my hair. I'm gonna make a video, and then the second I realized I said that to myself, I was like, nope, I'm wearing a hat.
Yeah.
The second I was like, I gotta do my hair, I was like, nope, we'll find a hat.
By the way, thank you so much, 400 AGL, $20 super chat, but only if you eat the Vegemite tube stuff on the show. We'll see. I mean, Greg was nice enough to send this halfway across the world, and it was warm from the UPS van, so it's good.
It's warm with the love.
That's it. Yeah, it's warm with the love. So, all right, we'll just talk to you really quick, and then we're going to call Chris Rollins. Thank you, Inked Scorp, for that $10 super chat. Love the show. Give me them eyes. You got it, buddy. And I'm not ignoring the rest of the chatters. We'll have a Q&A here in a little bit. I can't see it that well because I'm an old guy. So tell us a little bit about your channel. What's going on? You have something really cool with you, actually. It's the Parrot. How do you say it?
I don't know how you say it actually. It was around here a second ago. Yeah, I'm trying out the new Parrot drone, the Anafi, the Anafi, the Mavic competition.
Okay.
And we're giving it some shots out. And
so, what are your thoughts initially?
Well, if you want to see a long form thought, you can always check out my initial impressions video over at the Everyday Dad.
Well, don't spoiler alert.
Impressions, it's cool. I like that there's more competition in the market. Do I think DJI needs to be afraid of Parrot's new drone? No. I just noticed I broke it.
Oh no!
I didn't even realize that.
Hey, that's a robust thing. You did.
Yeah,
you broke. Now, did it come with extra propellers?
It does, but it's not like a DJI propeller where they're easy to change. It's like a toy drone where you got to get out the wrench, and you gotta switch them out. I seriously just noticed that.
Thank you, Harry Taylor. $10 super chat. A Heron from a Heron, please. Black one. Thanks. Oh yes, Heron logo. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and give you. I'm gonna give you, Gary, Everyday Dad, the $10 super chat from Harry, so you can fix your propeller. There you go.
Well, thank you.
And 51 drones, $10 super chat. I was saving up for July 18th, but since it's canceled, I have some extra to share. You know anything about that? What's going on with the DJI announcement date on the 18th?
I mean, I saw something, I think from Billy Kyle on Twitter today that it was canceled, but I haven't seen anything from DJI. But
is it canceled or is it postponed?
I hope it's postponed because I would love to get another drone.
Yeah, because
even though I just got one, but I can always use. I mean, can you ever have enough?
You can't have enough, and especially since it's most definitely going to be the Mavic Pro 2, isn't it?
Maybe.
Isn't it?
I refuse to speculate because I never guess right. So.
Well, I got an email.
I will just be excited.
I got an email from a secret source, and the secret source said that Walmart dropped the price of their Mavic Pro from $999 to $799. So maybe that tells you something.
Nice.
Or we could be just starting something. Don't know.
It's always good to be the first ones to start it, though.
What is your go-to camera for YouTubery?
Well, it depends. So if I'm sitting here in a nice place where I can have so I've got a whole crazy setup here where I can have my monitor and I don't have to worry about people staring at me. I use the A7 III because I like having that. I don't know, maybe it's becoming like a YouTuber-ism and having the blurry background thing going on, but I like how it looks. So when I'm just sitting down doing B-roll or I'm doing talking head stuff, I use the A7 III. But when I'm out and about and I don't mind if it's a camera that breaks, I bring the Canon M50 because it's light, it's portable, it's super easy to use. The autofocus is great.
Yeah, I'm super lazy, so I love the way your camera looks and it gives it depth of field and everything is wonderful. But fixed focus stuff, just for me, for quick, I bring 3 GoPros with me and I do multiple camera stuff. So that's really what I use, unless I'm doing something really cool. And Chris, we're going to have him on in a second. We're going to talk about something really cool. Chris Rollins, that will require better cameras. One more question before you.
Everything requires better cameras.
Well, yeah, you're right. So your YouTube channel is really becoming quite popular. You're getting a lot of subscribers. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much.
So what kind of schedule do you have as far as releasing videos? And you just moved and you've got offspring, so that's gotta be kind of hard to schedule all that YouTube stuff around that.
Yeah, well, I do 3 videos a week. I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and I do a live stream Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, it's pretty tough, but as you get into it, as you get into the routine, you find ways to gain efficiencies. And I've got a pretty good workflow going right now, and we did move down to 2 videos a week for a while as I actually moved, but now that we're established again, we're back on the 3 videos a week. And I just like making the videos. That's why, even when, because there's ups and downs in any YouTube channel, but even in the downs, it's just nice that I just enjoy making videos. And it's not. And one of the things that I like I talk about camera gear, I talk about all kind of gear that I'm fascinated with, and it's just my wife gets sick of hearing about it, so it's a chance for me to talk to other people about all this stuff, and it saves her. I mean, she still hears about it because I'm like, hey, check out this camera, and she's like, I'm sick of hearing about the camera.
Yeah, and everyday wife, she by the way, thank you, before I forget, thank you, Justin McGarry, he wants a set of eyeballs. So everyday wife helps you out, huh? Right?
Oh yeah, she the whole reason people come to watch our live stream is because she's the more entertaining one. I just set up all the cameras and stuff and talk about, I don't know, whatever I'm thinking at the moment. I don't have as structured of a setting. I just it's more of a stream of consciousness.
Well, there you go. There's a link to your channel, of course, in the description. I urge everyone to go ahead and subscribe. And right now, let's go ahead and bring in our pal, Chris Rollins, because our main guest tonight is all the way over in, I believe, Sweden. And it's 2 a.m. over there, so Matthias is standing by. Did you want to do a high five?
Well, see, I thought I was gonna pull him. I thought you were gonna bring him in. I was gonna do
Wouldn't that be cool?
Pull him over thing.
Wouldn't that be cool?
And then it just ended up being me pointing at the.
Did we plan that? I wasn't sure that we planned that, but I'll go ahead and. That's one of your stream of consciousness things.
Yep.
Let's bring in Chris Rollins, and then we'll hear the tale about the water balloon.
I'm excited to hear it.
Yes. Chris, hey, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Look at all these good-looking dudes. Just us 3 young millennial dudes just hanging out, not having our headphones working. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry, that was my bad. I hit mute.
Oh, don't mute me! I said, welcome to the show. Isn't it cool to have us three young, good-looking dudes just hanging out talking about drones.
Yeah.
It's just us
I really don't
millennials.
want to. I don't want to bring it down. Okay.
Yeah.
You two were putting it up there pretty high. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
So,
should have showered.
Chris, tell us the story. Hold on, let me get some appropriate music here.
Definitely need the mood music.
Tell us the story
It hurts my heart.
the water balloon and how you destroyed your Phantom 4 Obsidian.
Well, so I've got a video I'm going to be trying to release tomorrow involving water balloons.
Mm-hmm.
And unrelated to that video, I did have my my Phantom 4 controller sitting on the floorboard of my car, just coincidentally.
Uh-huh.
And I was filming a few little pieces with the water balloons at the park, and so I had to fill them up at home and then drive them to the park because there's no water sources there.
This is
Anyway,
hilarious.
I lightly kissed the brakes, and one balloon goes flying off of the passenger seat, and these nice sharp little tips to the sticks here that are supposed to help you grip, it just boom, and then these nice little funnels right here just soaked up all that nice H2O, and for about an hour you could hear it just sloshing around.
Oh.
And
So that's the very remote. That's the very controller that happened.
yeah,
to.
this is it. It's you can hear it's dry now.
So
Can you-
okay, so is everything good with it? Because it wasn't working
No.
initially. Oh, it's not.
So I did. It was the controller was turned off. It turned itself on, and you know that sound it makes when it's still on, but you've turned the drone off. Just that beep beep beep, just kind of letting you know that the controller's on.
Yeah.
It did that for probably 6 hours.
Oh my goodness. Why didn't you?
Yeah.
It's like it was crying.
Why don't you
it
just
was
take it apart
heartbreaking.
and unhook the battery, man?
Well, okay, so I didn't have a ton of free time when this happened, but I did take this bit off, which is the only thing that I could find that had screws on it. I peeled these off, which was breaking my heart. There's no screws under there, but the only thing I did is I did put a flathead screwdriver in here, and I pried a little bit, and it just gushed water out of here.
Oh man,
for about 15 minutes.
This is a cautionary tale because if this ever happens to you and you can get to a big bowl of rice, just put your drone or whatever other electronics in there. Don't turn it on. And
right. Well, no, and I know that because I've done that with iPhones and GoPros. And as a matter of fact, I have 2 GoPros in rice right now, as per the video that I'm releasing tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm very aware. But the thing was turning itself on, so somewhere in there it was clicking the button, and so oddly enough, now it will turn itself. Like if I hit the on button, it will turn on, but it won't turn itself off. It'll stay on until it automatically shuts off, and then it will connect to the drone. But it will not recognize it through the app, and I can get no video feed.
So you think
it's basically it's a doorstop.
So you don't think that drying it further would help?
Oh, I mean, I have been.
Okay. So the water bridged some connection on the control board and
Yeah.
fried it. I'm so sorry.
Something's fried.
Well, maybe someone out there has an extra controller lying around. If they had another unfortunate event where they lost their drone in the water or something, because you can bind.
And have an extra controller lying around.
Yeah, if you got one.
That would.
Okay. Well,
be a
there's a
big
link.
part.
There's a link to Chris's channel in the description, and if you want
thanks.
to help him out, please contact him. Patrick Chavala. God, I'm horrible with names. Thank you very much for the super chat. $5. Here's my late fee. Glad I can enjoy the rest of the show, and also Tony Clevenger. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Thank you so much. So yes, do contact Chris.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have an extra controller.
That would be amazing.
Now, you and I, we've got an interesting project. Are you still on board for that? You still on board for the?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, we're a go.
Heck yeah.
So, without giving too many
Are we
details.
announcing it? Are we announcing it right now?
No, we're going to do what's known in the industry as a
You should.
tease. We're going to tease it. I don't want to say where it is. I can say what we're doing.
Okay.
A band has hired me to film them at a castle. Yeah, and this castle happens to be within spitting distance of an airport. And so I went through all of the stuff that you need to do to get permission and everything and good to go. So that's good. So we'll be able to fly and get the castle. And the band is flying Chris in because he's better at photography than I is. You know, I'm just a clown.
That's what we told him.
Yeah,
what we told him.
right.
Anyway.
So Chris is going to come in and help out. We're going to make this really good. And I thank you for doing that. It's very, very exciting.
I'm excited.
I've never heard the band. They could totally suck, but who cares? It's a castle, right?
I know. I've never heard of them. Hopefully by that time I'm, airborne again.
Yeah. And
don't tell them about the water balloon drone thing. You can just keep that to yourselves. They might lose confidence.
Good call. Good call on that. All right. Well, hey, thank you for hopping on with us. I'm going to have to go ahead and let you go because we got to bring in our guest.
Yeah,
our other guest,
absolutely.
So.
Thanks for chatting with me, and you guys have a great show.
All right. And bye to you. And all right. Cool. All right. So now, before we bring Matthias in, I wanted to share a video because I have many. You've seen Drone Bum in the comments, in the chat. DWIN 1977 Abel, thank you for the $10 super chat, appreciate it. Now Drone Bum, he's a funny guy. He's got great hair. Obviously not as good as my hair. I mean, clearly. I mean, right? Yeah. I mean, it goes without saying. So he's got this video that he sent me where he went under a bridge. He went under it twice. I'm going to show this to you. And everyone out there, I want you to guess how close he was on the second pass. Infinite altitude, $2. Ken, why not donate your extra controller to Chris? Hey, that's a good idea. No, because I want to have an extra one. Love you, Chris, but no. And leave it to
Chris could give you his broken controller to go with your broken drone.
Yeah. No, yeah, leave it to Infinite Altitude to recognize that since I have a new Phantom 4 that I do have an extra controller and I could give it to Chris, but I'm greedy. No, I'll give it to you, Chris. At least I'll say it. I'll say it here on the stream and then not do it later. So you got it, buddy. All right. So now back to Drone Bum. I want you to guess how close he was to the underside of this bridge. It's really close. Here's the first pass. Now I don't know what kind of drone he's using. I think it's a Phantom.
Looks pretty comfortable.
Pretty comfortable.
Pretty comfortable gap.
Okay, so he
pretty
goes
close
up.
to water right there.
Yep, it goes around, and this made my heart stop. On the second pass, he gets a little bit closer.
It's always the second time. The second time's always the time that gets you.
I can't look. Oh God! Oh no! Oh my gosh! Wow! Was that not close?
If that grazed the top, I would not be surprised.
You know, there's a lot of air downforce, and people with toy drones, when they fly it in their living room, and they get real close to the ceiling, what happens? It gets sucked. It's like, and it kind of attaches to the ceiling. So, I imagine he was real close to doing that. Anyway, thanks Drone Bum for sending that in. So now let's go ahead and call all the way over to the other end of the world, Sweden, to our buddy Matthias Allring. What is it?
A lot of broken drones and almost broken drone stories tonight. I sort of see the theme of tonight's show.
Well, hopefully there's no more of that. And I'd be surprised that if Matthias hasn't broken a drone in the past, because he's the guy who flies backwards and very well. I'll show a video of his here in a second. I hope this is, he's got two. No, this is the wrong one. Oh, that's the wrong one. He's got two. Oh no. Oh no. So I hung up on everybody. I hung up. I hate Skype so much. All right, let me go ahead and see. This is why you watch. It's like NASCAR. You wait for the crashes. So let me call. I just hung up on everyone. Shame on me. Are you there?
I'm here.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. I was just talking to myself for a few seconds.
I hit the wrong button. This new technology with all your MySpace and your skateboards, you kids. All right, so I don't. All right, here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to hang up on you again. Hey, no hard feelings. So there's 2 entries in my Skype for Matthias. One of them is his Skype business. And it doesn't show up in the thingy thing, so I'm gonna have to call him first. There we go. Let's bring in Matthias. Rock me, Matthias. Rock me, Matthias. Please be there. Please.
Hello.
Hey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, welcome to the show. I don't see you, but I hear you. I don't see you, but I hear you. Can we get some video?
Yeah. See.
Yay! There he is.
It's working.
It's working. All right, now.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, what time?
Thanks to my wife who beated me up just a little bit ago, saying, "Hey, guy, wake up! Weren't you supposed to be on that thing?"
Now it's not letting me bring anybody in. It's not letting me bring anybody else in. I think it's maybe because it's Skype. You were using your Skype business account. It's not letting me bring anyone else in on the call. So it's just you and I apologize to Everyday Dad. We'll get back to him. Probably needed the bandwidth anyway. Speaking of bandwidth, let's just go ahead and mix it up a little bit with a little bit of razzmatazz. Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Love the razzmatazz. So what time is it?
You still do that thing?
What? The razzmatazz?
Well, it always leads to problems.
Yes, no. Where's the wood? We're good, man. We're good. Everything's cool. No problem. So tell people where you are in the world.
I am in Sweden right now. On the west coast in Gothenburg.
And what time is it there?
It's like 2:40 in the night.
Oh, so
something like that.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you 3 times. 1 for being up so early / late.
Yeah.
2 for being you and being awesome, and 3, thank you for speaking English, because I know it's not your native language.
But you know, the thing is that the way you run the show, your audience will think like, oh, those people from Australia, they are so sharp and they are so newly awoken. They are like but it's because it's in the morning.
Yeah.
They had their morning coffee.
That's right.
Everything is dandy there when you interview them.
So
all the Europeans are tired and grumpy, but it's in the middle of the night.
That's true.
Why.
Yeah, when I talked to Germany, he was all pretty tired. Now, are you staying up late or are you up early for us?
I went to sleep and I set the alarm clock.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you're not familiar with Matthias, how do you say your name again for everybody? Matthias. Okay. Did I do it right that time, Matthias? No, I didn't. Yeah, okay, you're just being
almost.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're not familiar with what he does, he is the undisputed king of flying his drone backwards. Now people say, "Well, just go forward and then run the footage backwards." No, don't. You can't. No, there's no magic in that. Here's some of his magic. This is a video that's on his channel right now. Now, is this your house? Is this where you live?
This is our summer house.
Oh, okay.
So it's in the middle of nowhere in the forest.
Look
in
at
central
that.
Sweden.
Like just How far away was that tree from where you were? Because the lens is
I think like 200 meters or so, something like that.
You don't? Do you wear contact lenses?
No.
You just have perfect vision. This is amazing.
Yeah, but it always looks further away than it is because you have wide angle on the camera.
That's true. Now, is this your Mavic Pro that you're flying here?
This is a Mavic Air.
Oh, Mavic Air.
Yeah.
What do you
Mavic
prefer?
Air is pretty.
What do you prefer for backwards flying, the Air or the Pro?
I don't have a Pro. I have only a Mavic Air.
Okay.
Yeah, so I fly either with the Phantom Pro. Phantom 4, the standard, or I fly with Mavic Air. Those are the two ones I use for pullbacks.
This gives me the willies. You're such a good pilot. Now I do have to mention very quickly, and I'm going to butcher this name again. You know what I'm talking about. The brothers. Please say their last name for me.
The Koch Brothers.
The Koch Brothers.
Yeah, that's German for someone who's cooking food.
Okay,
Koch.
did I say
nothing else?
Koch, like that?
Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Your German is way better than your Swedish.
Okay, good. Canadian Mavic Air guy Brennan, thank you very much. $7 super chat. Thank you very much. Ken, please tell everyone who won the DJI Osmo Mobile. Hey, good point. Quick aside. The Osmo Mobile is still here. Do you know why that is? It's because J-Dub, the person who won it, hasn't contacted me yet. And I can tell you this, that in 30 days, this goes back in the prize pool. So if you know J-Dub, I've reached out to him the best way I can through multiple sources. I haven't heard back from him yet. So maybe he doesn't want it. But if you do want it, then don't contact him and let the 30 days go by, and then you'll have another chance. But so yes, it was J-Dub. Congratulations to you, sir. Okay, now I've got another video that I want to play that you did from a boat, and this is part of what we're gonna be talking about tonight, because you've got some advice for people who fly from boats, do you not? And this is a Phantom 4 that you're flying.
Yeah, this is Phantom 4. So that is the best drone for flying from boats.
Yes, it's very strong.
Phantom 3 would be a good drone as well. And it's a format. It has really good, the landing legs, those are really good handles to pick when you start and land.
Oh, right. Because you have to hand catch from a boat, and the Mavic's not going to be that easy to do with.
Yeah, and the Mavic Air is going to be even worse. So
okay.
That's a hard one to hand land on land even. So I wouldn't use that on a boat.
I would be so afraid flying behind the boat to get some random spray up and knock me out of the air. But you did such a good job with that. That is amazing.
Oh, thank you. I use the same technique doing this as I do doing pullbacks. So it's essentially just a really big level 1 obstacle. And if you don't know what I mean with level 1, you can go back and look at Ken's video that he did with me earlier on where we explained pullbacks. Yes. But it's essentially level 1 is when you only have the surface, something below you to worry about. And that's how it is to fly on a boat. So I use the silhouette of the horizon, and I only look at the drone. I never look down on the screen at all when I filmed this. That's how you fly safely at sea.
And so how do you know that you're centered on the boat, or do you fix that in post-editing?
No, it's like shooting from the hip. I can look at the drone, and I see roughly which angle it has. So that way I can take these shots.
Wow, very impressive.
Yeah, the downside is that I always end up in the center of the shot myself.
Okay, quickly, quick aside, Kevin Reed asked, did we give away the Crash Phantom for you? No, if you're just joining us, here it is. This is the drone we'll be giving away tonight. This is my crashed Phantom 4 Professional. You can see it's all jacked up here. But again, I will include the camera. You can glue it on there somehow. I don't know what you're going to do, but it comes with it. No battery, no propellers, and no controller. But hey, it's still a Phantom 4 Pro. Do you ever use goggles when you're doing any of your stuff? Do you ever use FPV on any of your fancy stunt flying?
I do have a pair of these ones. Almost never use them though. I know that you do. I think there are some advantages to it, but it's you don't see the drone directly then.
Right.
So if something goes wrong, then what do you do?
Yes, in situations, certainly inside, in situations where you need to know the proximity of the drone in regard to any obstacles, then you're going to want to wear, you're going to not want to wear, you're going to want to know where the drone is in space. again, refer to the video. I'll put a link in the description so you can check out his lesson. What do you got on the board there behind you for everybody? You got a presentation?
I was thinking about explaining how to safely fly from a boat.
Okay.
And there are some typical mistakes that I see when if you look at the people crashing from a boat, there's typically one thing that happens.
Okay.
So here's a sketch of a boat from upstairs. Do you see it?
Can you landscape it?
Landscape it like
there you go.
How do you mean? Like that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. So what typically happens in one of those crash videos is that, okay, we have a guy here.
That's great.
He wants to fly.
Okay.
Here's his little drone.
Okay.
And the first thing that happens on this video is that the drone suddenly goes crazy, like, and it goes into the sea.
Uh-huh.
Just slides off the deck like crazy, and people speculate: is it because it's metal on the sheet? What on the? And
this is you're talking about when you're launching.
Yeah, when you're launching, and that's how you crash at sea. It's not when you're flying; it's when you start and land, and it's really, really sad that this happens, because most of this has to do with settings, because what people experience is that the drone just slides off or makes a jump when it starts.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. That's not really what's happening. That the drone is going crazy. What's happening in the drone perspective is that the drone is made to stand still, and it's trying to stand still, but the boat is moving.
Okay,
so it's actually the boat that is moving away from the drone, not the other way around.
So you should not have the drone in GPS mode then.
That is exactly the point. You cannot launch anything from a boat in GPS mode. That means P mode, and now we come over here. How you need to set stuff up before takeoff. Okay.
All right.
You see that?
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to add some music. We're talking about boats. Now, you might not get it in your country, but people recognize this music.
What is this?
Gilligan's Island. You know that show?
No. It sounds like German marsh music.
I guess it does. Okay.
Yeah, but your German pronunciation was better than Swedish. So
there's more German stuff coming up. I got it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Okay, so before takeoff, there are some settings that you have to do. For instance, one thing that kills, I think, a lot of drones is return to home. Return to home is death. You have to know that.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot have your setting to return to home.
And that is
you
because
have to set this to hover. Because there are three things you can decide that happens when you fly. If the drone loses connection, what should it do? It could either land. If it does that at sea, it's death. It could return to home. That is also death. Or it could hover. That means staying in the same place until you get connection. Why is it death? Let's go back to this picture.
Yeah.
Do you see it now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Why is it death to have returned to home on the sea? Yeah, because you take off with the drone and you fly away like this, but home where you took off is suddenly somewhere else, right?
Right, because you're floating around.
Used to be.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you have returned to home, it will go back to that place in the water and land there.
Yeah, we don't want that.
This is super, super important.
Yeah.
The second thing that means certain death is if you have smart return to home on your battery. That means what the drone will suddenly, and I've forgotten this actually, and it's almost killed my drone. You will drive away with the boat, and you will follow the boat, and the drone is constantly calculating how much energy does it need, how much battery to get back to where you started. Where home is. Yeah. So suddenly, in the middle of the flight, you're close to the boat, you have good connection, nothing should be wrong, and suddenly the drone just shoots up in the air and returns to home, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, and if you're not fast enough there to abort that, then it will go away to where you started. So, and that brings us to the third point, which I only use 1 and 2, but number 3 can be a good way to come around those two also, is to have dynamic home point. And that means that the home will be updated. I think it's like every 10 seconds. home will be set to where the drone is right now.
Right.
But it's not in real time. So it's
so
just
the controller will
Yeah.
it set the home point where the controller is?
Well, I'm not actually sure, because I never managed to get this function to work for me. And if you do number 1 and 2 correctly, that is not a must.
Okay, but you can if you're in a boat. I do know this, and you anchor somewhere that's different from your takeoff point, that you can change your home position within the app to that new spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But those two first ones, you have to do that right.
Yeah.
Then when you take off, and here is another really big danger, is if you, which we started talking about, if you are in P mode or S mode, or any mode that uses GPS, the drone will try to stand still, and a boat is never still on the ocean, and then it will start sliding once you take off and go into the sea. So you have to have it in ATI mode. That is the only way you can start safely at sea. Phantom 4 has ATI mode. I'm not sure all models do have that. And if you don't have ATI mode, you will not be able to take off in a safe way, unless you stand absolutely still with the boat, which you never do, because you have current, you have wind, and so on.
By the way, people in the chat are talking about Gilligan's Island. It was a series in America long. It was so stupid. It was a show about these people that were trapped on an island, and one guy would mess up their rescues all the time. And they're talking about who the hottest girl. I agree that I'm a Marianne guy as well. I don't go for all the glamour. But anyway, check that out if you ever have time. It's good research for you to do, Matthias.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yes, very important. Sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
Yeah. So the second thing there in the takeoff is to do hand launch, because if you hold it in your hand, I almost always do hand launches anyway, because it's a safe way. There's no risk you hit branches or anything, or high grass when you start. But at sea, it's also, then you feel, if you're in ATI mode and you start, you will feel if the drone is up to something bad. So you can just bring it on, feel that it's buoyant in the air, and then release it. And then once you are in air, switch immediately to P mode or S mode, so that you have the GPS support once you're up in the air.
Okay.
Then when you go land, in my opinion, you should not do this in ATI mode, because I mean, ATI mode, you're sensitive to wind and everything. It will drift around. It's harder to fly that way. Do it in P mode, because you are more familiar with that. And then here comes what I always do. I have a friend that will I will hand land in a friend's hand.
Okay.
Yeah, and that if you do that wrong, it will not be safe for your friend. So,
well, it's better than using your own hand. Why risk your own hand when you have a friend's hand to use, right?
Yeah, but if you chop off your friend's hand, you will lose your drone as well.
And you'll probably lose a friend as well.
Yeah, that's two things.
Yeah, that would be good.
Never risk more than one.
Right.
Yeah. So now, but so how I do it then to make it safe is I ask the friend to stand back and be ready to go forward and grab it. And we have to go through this before I fly, of course, so it's not going to be a surprise. So I fly down to within reach, so that the friend can just take a step forward and grab it. And then I hover there until it's stable. So I feel that, okay, I can hold this position relative to my friend. And then I say, now. And then I don't do anything, so that there's no risk that you crash into your friend. Okay. There. Yeah.
Well, that's very good, concise advice. I have one more thing to mention. If you do fly drones in a boat, the most important thing to remember is the beer. Don't forget the beer. You won't be able to do any of this stuff without the beer.
Yeah.
That's what I've been told. I don't drink beer, but some people do.
Yeah. Okay. In Sweden, if you have a motorboat, you can't drink. I mean, it's the same rules as driving a car. and the same consequences.
Oh, well, I think it's the same way here in the States, but there's always another driver. You know what I mean?
But that's a guy that's supposed to catch your drone.
Yeah, right. You don't want the drunk boat driver to catch your drone as well.
Yeah.
All right, so wow, time's getting away from us, but I did want to talk to you very quickly about race drones, because you're getting into race drones, sliding over from photography / stunt droning. And here we go. Here we go. What do you got? What do you got going on? The Koch brothers have influenced you clearly.
Yeah, and you look really silly in those fat sharks. It's like being Emmett Brown in Back to the Future. You know that guy?
Yes.
Marty.
Yeah,
it's just a gray hair missing.
And do they have a Swedish version where like all the voices are in Swedish for that movie?
No, we use subtitles. That's how we learn English.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
That's the one subject in school where you can be really lazy and still get results by watching a lot of movies.
Right. Say, students, we're going to watch Back to the Future and you're going to learn English. That's a great way to do it. So let's see your race drone. What are you racing around there?
Yeah. So I don't really know much about it because it's the Koch Brothers that set me up with this, but it's Oblivion Team Black Sheep. So it's supposed to be kind of good drone, but still user friendly, because it's not. I mean, most race drones is soldered together by the pilot himself, so you have to be really handy with this stuff. But I completely suck at soldering. I really, and this held me back from my idea of trying race drones for a long time, until the Koch brothers said, yeah, but you can buy one of these.
Yeah, you can get them. You can get them ready made. I have the Copus 1, which was a ready made drone, and that's pretty good. It's fast, and it really flew right from where I launched it into the sidewalk very quickly. So what would you say is the biggest hurdle for photography drone people when they want to get into the racing drone arena?
Well, I would say for myself, it's all this setting up. I mean, this is a race drone for dummies, but it's still so much settings. Look at this this controller compared to a DJI controller. Now, I have no idea what this stuff does.
Yeah, me neither. I have an FR
there's
Sky.
so many buttons on there.
Is that FR Sky? Is that FR Sky? That's what I have, I think.
Yeah, or Free Sky or FR Sky. I don't know what it's called, but I mean, this one, I think it boots immediately, so it's fast. But it's so many buttons.
It's a lot of buttons.
I don't know what anything. I know. Let's show the buttons I know.
Okay.
It's this one. I know.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that one. It's one of my favorites.
You have to know that one. But I don't actually know what it happens if you do that.
Oh.
Because that's a yaw, right? Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, but you turn also with this one. This is really strange with race drones, because if you pull that to the side on a DJI, then it will slide sideways, right?
You can actually set up your controllers to be the same controls as on your Phantom, and that's what I did, because the learning curve for me would just be too extreme any other way. But did you use the computer? I just zoned.
No, I didn't do any of that.
Simulator.
That's a good thing with knowing the Koch brothers. So they set everything up for me, and now I know how to boot this up and go and fly. But if anything happens, I have to change anything, I'm done.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But I want to get so good at
even on the goggles here. You have settings even on that goggle. You need to set frequencies, and that needs to be matched, and blah blah blah. There's so much.
There's a lot.
Much with all this.
But I want to learn, and I want to see what you can come up with once you get the hang of the race drone. I can't wait to see your videos, and I encourage everyone to go ahead and subscribe to Matthias' channel. There's a link in the description, along with a link of the Koch brothers.
Excellent. Your German is really improving here.
Stop. But thank you very much for being on. I'm going to go ahead and bring my my co-host back, and thank you so much, sir, for chatting with us and for staying up late. So you're gonna go watch Gilligan's Island, or are you gonna go to bed now?
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my friend. Good talking to you. Okay, have a good night.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So, coming up on the first hour, I hope you're hanging in there with us, and I hope I can get my buddy Everyday Dad back. Lloyd Mendenhall, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I very much appreciate that. Just because I think Marianne was the hottest. Yeah, everybody's on there talking about Gilligan's Island. Such a stupid show. You know, when I was 17, I went to Universal Studios in California, and I visited what was left of the Gilligan's Island set. And, okay. So the Everyday Dad has ditched me. I've been ditched. I'll give him another shot here. So the lagoon was the only thing that was left of the Gilligan's Island set, and the Leave It to Beaver house was on the same lot, and they put a lot of the grass skirts and hut stuff in the back of the fake Leave It to Beaver house. So there's some little fun fact for you. Okay, so it doesn't look like Gary is gonna come back.
There, you got me?
I got you. What happened?
I have to run. I sent you a super chat. I thought you would see.
What happened? What'd you do?
Well, so sometimes when you plug the camera into an outlet, it screws everything up.
Okay. All right. So you got to go? You can't play anymore?
I can't. My mom is calling me. My mom is calling me back.
Your wife.
My mom.
Your wife. Don't let your wife rule your world. Unless you want to continue to be married, then by all means do what she says.
You know, one or the other.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll call our buddy Greg and see what he has to say. Thank you so much for your time. Everybody,
Thanks
go ahead
for having me.
and check out Gary the Everyday Dad's channel. There's a link in the description. And anything else you want to add before we let you go?
Hey, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. I hope that you give that broken drone to somebody that will, cherish it, and somebody that deserves it.
I hope so too. All right, awesome. Well, a and bye, sir. Bye.
Have a great one.
All right, you too. All right, so now I'm going to try to call Greg in Australia because he sent me this Vegemite. And as much as I don't want to try it, I do want to talk to Greg. So I think it's about noon there in Australia. Friday. Oh, nope. Calling the wrong person. There we go. All right. Thanks for hanging around, everybody. Greg Kunert. Greg, you there, buddy? Weingark, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I'm sure it was $5, but somebody took a penny. Greg, you there, buddy? It says he's connected. All right. I'll try him one more time, and then I'm going solo. I don't need anybody. I can do this myself. I prefer to have somebody, but that's cool. Stand by. One more try. Greg. Calling Greg. No, Greg. Greg, you there, buddy?
Hey, Ken.
Hey, what are you doing, bud? You in the car?
I'm in the car. I'm on my way out, so yeah.
Oh, you had a thing. You had a thing that you had to do.
I don't know if the camera's the right way up or not, but...
There's no camera. I don't see you, but I hear you.
Let me try that.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, just turn the camera the other way. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Hey, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. What are you doing? You got a minute to hang out?
Yeah, I'm at a McDonald's. I just literally got through drive-thru, so we're both going to be eating.
No, I don't think I'll be eating. I took a whiff of this.
You are.
I took a whiff. Yeah. Lloyd Mendenhall, the grumpy vlogger. Thank you very much. Vegemite is beer poo. It's nasty. I took a whiff of this. It's so bad.
Did you also get the Tim Tams?
Yes, I've got the Tim Tams. Tell everybody about your channel, and I'll go get the Tim Tams. Stand by. It's all you.
So my channel, I do a show on Sundays Australian time at 11 a.m. and we talk about drones and tech and all sorts of other fun stuff. And this week we've actually got an Australian helicopter pilot who's worked for many years as one of the rescue helicopter pilots, but he's also now a drone pilot. So interesting to get his perspective.
Tim Tams. Now I put these in the freezer. Is that the right thing to do?
Yeah. Well, freezer, no.
Did I mess them up? They're frozen. It says
no.
Is that bad? Is that bad to do? It says chill. Oh.
Chill, not freeze.
Oh, they're going to be hard. All right. So, Greg, I appreciate you sending this. Now, what I've done here is I've got the appropriate tool to try some Vegemite. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of this.
You're meant to put it on toast. Come on.
No, I think this. It looks. I mean, it's from a tube, so it's probably more appropriate this way. Doesn't that look delicious? Ah, yes. Get your teeth fresh and bright.
I'll get into my muffin at the same time.
God, that's just. Do you really enjoy this, or is this like that horrible fish in a can that people in the Netherlands eat?
Every day for breakfast. I had it this morning.
You did. It's black.
I did.
It's just.
Yeah.
It looks like axle grease. I will. You went to all the trouble. I will go ahead and smell it again. Nope, not gonna eat it.
Yeah, but you've got to put it on toast, mate. Look, you keep telling me you're coming to Australia. You're not allowed in unless you eat Vegemite at the border.
Oh, is that right? They check your passport and give you some Vegemite?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man. All right. I'll try. I'm going to wash it down with some Tim Tam. I got some water here. We used to do this thing called Taste Test Tuesday on the radio. This would have been perfect.
That is way too much. I mean, I can see Tony Clevenger in the chat saying you need it on toast, and it's way too much.
This is way too much?
Yeah, but this is going to be a good effect, though. So
I'm not going to eat the whole thing. I'm just going to touch my tongue to it. I ain't going to eat that. That's nasty. My nose is telling me...
Brush your teeth.
No, I'm not going to do that. But I will have a little bit of Australian music while I try it here. Let's see. No, no. No. Oh, it tastes like roadkill, like meat.
Speaking of which, I saw Artco Drone Solutions in the chat. You've got to try balut.
Balut? Now, don't start sending me all kinds of wacky stuff from countries. We're already doing the candy exchange program, and I've got some great stuff from Germany.
Oh, but hang on, you've got to try balut. It's related to chicken, so pigeon jerky, chicken. I'm sure you can. Try that one.
All right, I'm gonna try a Tim Tam. Oh God. This is iced coffee flavored Tim Tams. Wow, impressive.
But it gets better. What you're meant to do is bite off the diagonal corners of it and use the Tim Tam as a straw to drink coffee.
Oh, wow. If only I drank coffee. That would be awesome.
Okay, hot chocolate then. Some other hot beverage. But the Tim Tam melts as you suck it up. It's beautiful.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for sending this to me. Now, can you hang around or do you want to go have your McDinner?
I've got to drive to be somewhere.
Okay, no problem. So... yeah, all right. Well, thank you for this. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a place where I'll be able to find it. Thanks, man.
You've got to try it on toast.
I'll give it a legitimate try. Maybe it'll taste better when I'm down there in your country.
Yeah, we're waiting for you, mate.
All right, man. Thanks, man. I'll talk to you later.
See you, Ken.
All right,
Bye-bye.
see you later. Bye. Okay, so it is just the Ken show now. You know what? I'll go ahead and call Jeff. I bet Jeff will hop back on with me. Jeff is watching. Let's bring Jeff Sills, our news guy, back. He's always good for a chuckle, because I need somebody else here, because we're about to give this away to some lucky person. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, returning triumphantly, it's Jeff Sills. You know what? I'll go ahead and call Jeff. I bet Jeff. Hey, there he is. He turned everything off. Jeff Sills, our news guy back. You don't watch the show after you're not on anymore, do you? You just kind of go.
Are you kidding me? I'm sitting here watching. I hope I got the dinner going.
No. Okay.
I'm kicking it.
Okay.
I can't get enough, Ken.
Okay. You mind hanging out for a minute and help me with the contest?
Not a problem if you don't mind having some background noise from children.
No, you go. I love children. Hey, bring in your parakeet. I don't care. Whatever. You know.
No, parakeet's gone.
Okay. All right. So it's now time to go ahead and reveal the winner of my poor old Phantom 4 Pro. Should I sign it? Some people have asked me to do that.
Yes, absolutely. You should sign it.
Okay, I'll do that. Oh. Wow. That's the worst signature I've ever done. But there you go.
Adds to the ambiance.
Incidentally, I don't know if you knew this, but the surface of a Phantom 4 Pro is like a dry erase. So if I hadn't used a Sharpie, if I had used a dry erase marker, it would wipe right off.
Yeah.
Here's a little fun fact for you. All right. So, oh man, I just noticed that. Look at that. Look at this. It's jacked. But it's still, yeah, it still flies. And like I said, it comes with a camera. All right, so here we go. Very exciting moment. Now, what I did was, instead of doing any of my dropping entries from a drone into a fan or gluing them to a stuck pig or whatever, I went ahead and I just used the picker thing from the YouTubes.
Ah, the randomizer.
Yeah, the randomizer. So let's find out who won. Here it is, the big moment. All right. So I put the Earl in there, and then searching all the comments, lots and lots of comments.
Oh yes.
Thank you everybody for entering. This has been a long time coming, so wow, over 2,000. So here we go. We'll start the randomizer. Oh boy. Who will it be? I can't look. What happened? Oh, that's you. No, wait. Where do we go back to the... There we go.
Hey,
oh, hey! Rachel Genthner. Congratulations. Again, this is the winner of the Phantom 4 Professional. That's all busted up and now signed. Rachel Genthner. Wow, a lady. That's cool. Very good.
Now, of course, we expect a photograph or a video or something showing, her with her.
Yes. Speaking of prizes, again, this Osmo Mobile. Somebody was telling me that he is in the chat. The winner of this was JDub. So please contact me at this email address with your address and verify that it's you. I imagine I'll have a lot of counterfeit JDubs contacting me. But now it's time to go on to and thank another one of our female viewers, Eva. She's from Germany, and she got into the candy exchange program. International candy exchange program is in full effect now. If you're in a country and you would like to trade candy, go ahead and send it to me at this address. If you send me candy, I'll send you candy. And then we'll have each other's candy. Wouldn't that be fun? All right. She did send a note. Ladies are always so good at cards and notes, aren't they, Jeff?
Yeah, my wife.
She does that. Uh-oh. Jeff's gone. What happened? What happened? Anyway, I think he was saying something about his wife. When I was married for a minute, my wife would do that stuff. I was married for like 2 years. Are you there, buddy? Jeff? Looks like he's there, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway, dear Ken, many thanks again for sending me the mini drone. Oh, that's right. She won the mini drone. My first attempt to fly it worked out very well. I sent you the link. You mentioned you liking candy from foreign countries, so I'm happy to return the favor and give you some German candy. Enjoy. Best regards, Eva. Jeff, you there, bud? I don't think he's there. Connection problem. Wow. It was going so smoothly. I'll give him another shot. Anyway, there are some pieces of candy of note in here. Like this stuff. It doesn't look like candy. It doesn't sound like candy. It looks like packing material, but it's in fact strawberry candy. Okay. It is very packing material-esque. That's good stuff. There were some surprises in here. Got some chocolate-covered pretzels. Some Leibniz. Some Leibniz. These were good. I enjoyed those. Some parfaits. And then these are awesome. These are called Brasbonbons. And these are carbonated candy. You put them in your mouth and they just foam up. Now this will be particularly fun, and they're sour. If you have a toddler and they've never tried them before and you want to do video the face of the toddler when this starts foaming up in their mouth, that would be entertaining. So thanks again, Eva, and everybody else who is joining in the International Candy Exchange Program. I'm going to try to get Jeff back one more time. And then we've got a couple of videos that I want to share with you. I'll just put it like that so you can kind of see what's going on. Jeff, if you're out there, give me a call. The show's just kind of falling apart. I do want to mention that next week, our guest will be Lindsey Bollhoefer. I think that's how you say her last name. Lindsey Bollhoefer. She's an artist and she uses 3D printing to kind of enhance her prop making. She makes props. She makes like Renaissance looking, like cosplay costumes and stuff. Very fascinating. Very, very talented. And we'll have her on next week. In fact, she made me this. Let me show you this. There you go. She took my logo and printed it out and made it look like metal. That's what she did. And it's, of course, plastic. There's a video link in the description of how she did that. And you can check out her channel. I urge you to do so. And so now I wanted to share a couple videos. This first one, I was sent an email. This is from Don Coulter. There was a coyote rescue. He says, "Hey Ken, I was involved in a coyote rescue a few months back. My sister-in-law is a wildlife rescue officer. We were responding to various sightings for over 2 weeks before we had solid report. I happened to have my Mavic Pro with me and managed to get it up in short order. I spotted the coyote in heavy brush and flew close enough to flush it out into the open for someone to jump on it. No time to fiddle with settings or filters, but I did manage to record the capture." And this is the news report with some of his edited video in it. And here that is.
For 2 weeks or more, this is how the coyote was living, unable to drink or eat. And as of yesterday, that plastic jar is now off, and that's thanks to wildlife rescue groups and a Santa Maria man who helped capture the coyote. For weeks, Gold Country Wildlife Rescue tried to find and rescue this coyote with her head stuck in a container in the community of Cool.
People were seeing it and getting pictures of it and video of it, but no one could get close to it.
The wild animal repeatedly dodging help. Rescue volunteers were growing tired and worried.
So we were all very concerned that she had either died or she was down somewhere dying.
Santa Maria resident Luis Escobar was in the area running trails and heard about the rescue efforts online.
And thought, maybe we could go run around and look for this coyote. Maybe we'll see it.
Monday morning, they saw her, but that was the easy part. They needed to catch her. Lewis got close, but the net given to him by rescuers wasn't enough.
So I just jumped on this coyote and I grabbed it by the back of the head and by the tail, and it squirmed and fought a little bit, but it wasn't going to bite me. It had a big plastic jug on its head.
In just 24 hours, the coyote is now showing signs of recovery.
So I just figured out what happened. What happened was, oh, you're there. Okay, good. You're there.
Yes.
All right. So what happened was, and I can see it in the chat, we kind of disappeared because there's a storm going by in my area, and the power went out. The power glitched out, and so everything reset. Good times.
Here, I was thinking I'd knock my DSL out.
No, that wasn't you. So what I'll do is, if you're watching this, I'll go ahead and I'm recording a local copy, and I'll go ahead and edit Jeff's yelling children out, and then I'll repost it. How many kids you got? 11? How many you got there over at the house?
I have 5 boys.
5 boys?
Yes.
Was the 5 boys as a result of trying for a girl?
Yes.
So we have 2 children. Let's go for a girl. 3rd boy. We'll give it one more time. 4th boy. Then you're like, you know what? Hey, it's cold tonight, honey. Come on over here. Maybe we'll get a girl. Boom. 5 boys.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It's dedication, I'm telling you.
Yeah, no kidding. So anyway, I guess we're back. I don't know how YouTube will handle this. The restream starting again, I'm sure it'll be all screwed up. But anyway, I will edit together a copy and repost it seamlessly. So I got a couple more things that I want to share before we go. One of them was the Pigeon Jerky Hat Winner of the Week. I did say before that if you were to send in a video of you singing along the Pigeon Jerky theme song with some birds, some fowl, it doesn't necessarily have to be pigeons. In this case, it's doves. And this is from Jacob. Recently bought the Phantom 4 Pro version 2. I've always loved drones and would love to fly it with my doves. If you ever want to drive to Fincastle, Virginia, that's where we keep our doves. We fly them for funerals, and that's why they're all white. So that he has a business where he keeps doves to fly at funerals. And so that's from Jacob, and he's got the hat. If I play the video on the stream, you will win a hat. So here is Jacob's video.
Pigeon jerky, it's the Cadillac of processed meat. Pigeon jerky,
wow!
It's the Cadillac of processed meat. What's up, birdies?
A lot of birds.
Yeah.
It's feeding time. Are you hungry?
I bet it smells great in there.
Good old food.
Oh,
Get you
yeah.
some good old pigeon jerky meat flavor. Whatever. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up because I can hear the thunder outside, and it's only going to get worse from here. There's a lot more content that I'll save for next week. Again, and I don't know if I was even streaming when I mentioned it. The guest for next week, her name is Lindsey Bollhoefer. I think that's how you say it. Lindsey Bollhoefer. And she's a prop maker and artist. And what she does is she uses 3D printing to augment her creations. Like she'll print out stuff in plastic and sculpt it and mold it and melt it and attach it and make it look old. And she does this for, like, I guess, cosplay outfits and Renaissance people and maybe some TV shows, movies. We don't know. But there's a link in the description of her making my logo. This is, it looks like it's metal, but it's actually plastic. She made it look like metal. And she printed that out. So there's a link in the description. She's very talented, and she's got really cool looking glasses. And, you know, people with glasses, we're just better a little bit than other people. I don't know if you knew that. Do you wear glasses?
Occasionally. I've got a set that I use for reading. So
I'm just kidding, Jeff. You know I love you, man. You know I love you.
Huh? I can't see it. What?
That's what,
huh?
you can't see me? Yeah, wear the glasses. All right. Wow. Okay. Well, that's it. Kind of anticlimactic show. Oh, I do want to mention that I will be retaking the Part 107 test. My license expires in September, so I'm going to go ahead and get a jump on that so it doesn't expire. And so remotepilot101.com, that's the best place to study if you want to learn all about that. And there's a promo code if you want to get 30% off. Just type in when you sign up Heron18, Heron 18, and then we'll give you 30% off. Thanks to everybody for all the super chats and all the participation. Wait, did Razzmatazz kill the stream? No, that's not possible. Alexa, tell me a joke.
How many gymnasts does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
Just one. But you also need someone to judge the execution.
That's just...
That was painful. That was... Why do... We have to
stick with puns. I'm telling you,
we got to give her a second chance. Alexa, tell me a better joke.
What gaming console do kings and queens use the most?
What?
The Royal Wii.
See, now that's too deep. If you're not a grammar fan, you're not going to get that. Anyway, all right. Thanks, everybody. We went long tonight. I appreciate all of the support. And Chris Rollins, thank you for sharing your water balloon story. Matthias Allring, go check out his channel. And was there anything else I had to mention? I guess that's it.
Matthias is awesome. I love his stuff.
He really is. And I hope the stream didn't fall apart before he told us all about how to fly in a boat. Please check out our wiki page, drone news that Jeff toils over every week. And
news comes from everywhere.
Yes, you do. You spend a lot of time on that. So the link is in the description. And I always feel like
I'm becoming quite a subject matter expert when it comes to the drone stuff now. I've got a lot of stuff I read all the time.
Very cool. Now I've got some videos coming up. One of which is from Pinpoint RC. These people sent me. It's a little gizmo that you attach onto your drone that tells
another thing to attach to a drone.
Yeah, well, this one will tell you where it is at all times. It's a GPS tracker, and you put it on your drone. And so if you lose it or if you lose GPS for any reason, you'll always know where this is. I suggest that you buy 5 of these and put one on each one of your boys.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, Jeff. Well, thanks again. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. And here's the part where we say boop.
And bye.
And bye. And now, a non-graceful exit as we go ahead and bye-bye. Kill the razzmatazz. And then
tire screeching?
Tire screeching. And then, oh, you want tire screeching?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. There you go, buddy. Right for you. I got it all. So now, we hit that, and we do that, right? And then we bring this back, because everybody's chit-chatting. And then now, you have 5 minutes to talk amongst yourselves until it's truly over. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Enjoy pigeon jerky, the killer like a processed meat. Enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. Establish nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, a killer like a processed meat.
Yeah. That was so funny.